Alright, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 3-3. And basically, it's a whole lot of just going over what we've been working on the last couple lessons. This whole unit basically is just all division. And we just keep cramming it and cramming it and cramming it until you get it. And I think after yesterday, I felt like we're all right there. We're all ready to take the next jump. So, so today I'm just going to continue with going over some problems. And show you multiple methods to solve the one problem. So I'm going to do some with a 3-digit dividend, 4-digit dividends, 4-digit quotients, which that's the answer, you know. So I'm going to start with let's do 5 and 875. Okay, so 875 divided by 5. First, I'll start with the squares. I switched the color up with you today. Hopefully you enjoy looking at this a little bit better than the other stuff. Okay, so how many hundreds plus how many tens plus how many ones equals our answer. So I know 5 can go into 875 at least 100 times to give me 500. I can't do 200 because that gives me 1,000. That puts me over. Subtract to get 375. That goes up to here. Okay, how many tens of 5 can go in there? Well, let's see. 1 10 is 50. That means 2 tens is 100. That means 4 tens is 200. That means 6 tens is 300. That means 7 tens is 350. 8 tens is 400. Well, once you get to 8 tens, you realize you're over. So you go back down to 7 tens, give you 350, and with a 25 after you subtract. 25 up here, you know 5 goes in 25 5 times. That's easy. Gives me 0. I have no remainder. My answer is 175. Okay, I'm going to solve it now using the expander notation method. Okay, I know 5 can go in 875 at least 100 times. So there's my answer, 100. So I'm multiplying 100 times the 5, and it gives me 500. Subtract it, get 375. Well, I know 5 can go into 375, let's say 50 times. That gives me 250. When I subtract, I get 125. Now I know it can go in at least 20 times. So 20 times 5 is 100. Gives me 25 left over. And I know it can go in 5 more times to give me 5 times 5 is 25. It makes it 0. No remainder. And if I add all this up, I will get 5, 7, 175. Okay, another method I will use will be the the partial quotients method, the one with the long line on the side. Some of you enjoyed that. Let's see, 5 going to 875. I draw my line down here. I know 5 times what number can get close to 875. Well, I'm going to knock a big one off right off the bat, give me 100. So 100 times 5 equals 500. You subtract, you get 375. Now I'm going to say what number times 5 can get me close to 375. Well, let's just go 50. 3 times 50 is 350. Subtract it, you get 5, 2, 2. But because I've done a different method, I see I did something wrong here. 5 times 50 is 250. Okay? Look at that error. Because I've done it in multiple methods, I knew I got 125 the last couple times. Why am I getting 225? It's good. It's good to do that. So now if I subtract, I get 5, 2, and 1. 125. I know 5 can go in 125 at least 20 times, because 20 times 5 is 100. Gives me 25 left over. I'm still more than my divisor of 5, so I can keep going. 5 can go in 25 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. You subtract, get 0. My remainder is now 0. And then I add everything in this column. 100 plus 50 is 150, plus 20 more is 170, plus 5 more is 175. No remainder. I don't need to put that, though. Okay, and the last method is the method that I don't even know what name you're going to give it, because this is what I did growing up, and this is what I know a lot of your family members are doing at home to help you. Let's go 5 into 875. I know 5 can go into 8 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. Subtract and get 3. Then this 7 falls down. 5 can go into 37 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. You get 2, and then the 5 falls down. 5 can go into 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25, 0. Look how quick that one was. Alright, so those were the 4 methods to solve that one problem. So I'm just going to kind of get them out of the way now. And I'm going to give you a 4-digit dividend. Let's do 7 going into 6,452. Okay. I'm going to kind of just move this out of the way. I'll sit right up top because I hopefully I can do some more than one method without having to shrink it down. Okay, I'm going to start with, let's say, expanded notation method. Alright, I know 7 can go into 6,452. I can't say 1,000 times because if I say 1,000, that'll give me 7,000. So I'm just going to cut it in half, go 500. 7 times 500 is 3,500. Subtract, get 2, 5, 9, 2. 2,952. Now I know 7. See, I'm going to look at the first 2 digits here. I know 7 can go into 29 4 times to give me 28. But I have 2 zeros, and this number's not 29, it's 2,900. So what if I did 400 to give me 2,800? Looks good to me. So 2 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 0 is 0, 9 minus 8 is 1. Now look at that. I'm already down to 152 left. Now how many times can 7 go into 152? If I look at the first 2 digits, 7 can go into 15 2 times because 2 times 7 is 14. But the number is 152, not just 15. So if I add a 0 to that and go 20, 7 times 20 would give me 140. I have my remainder of 12. I know 7 can go into 12 only one time. And subtract it, I get 5. Now my dividend now is down to 5. And 5 is less than 7, so that becomes my remainder of 5. And then I add everything that I built up top. 4 plus 5 is 9. I got 921. So 921, the remainder of 5. Now I'm going to use the partial quotients method, the one I just taught you. And I know 7 can go into 6,452, let's say 500 times. Multiply by 500. Subtract it, I get 2, 5, 9, 2. Okay, now I know 7 can go into 2952, let's say 400 times. Because I know 4 times 7 is 28, but 400 times 7 is 2,800. Subtract it, 2, 5, 1. 7 can go into 152 20 times, because I know 7 times 20 is 140, and the number we're at is 152, so we're close. Gives me 12 left over, and 7 can go into 12 just one time. 1 times 7 is 7, subtract, you get 5, so that will be your remainder. If you want to add all this up here, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, 0 plus 0 plus 2, 5 plus 4 is 9, the remainder of 5. Same answer on both of them. That's good. I'm going to get it out of the way here, and I'm going to do the square method, or however you want to call it. I'm going to make this a 4. Because we have a 4-digit number up top, I'm actually going to make it 4 squares. You don't necessarily have to all the time, because if you could tell, just look at the very first digit. 7 cannot go into 6, so that tells you right there won't be any thousands, but I'm going to do 1,040 anyways. So this is what the board would look like, and your answer would be here once you add up all of your partial quotients. So the number is 6,452. The lowest number I could have here is a 1, besides 0, of course. And 7 times 1,000 is 7,000. That is too high. I'm already over. So that tells me that there are 0 thousands times 7 inside 6,452. So 0 times 7 is 0. 6,452 minus 0 is 6,452, and that can go in the next box. Now how many hundreds go into 6,452? I'm going to look at the first 2 digits. I'm going to tell myself, I know 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. So what if I did 900? That would give me 6,300, and that would leave me with just 152 left over. And that would go to the next one. How many tens now of times 7 can go into 152? Well, I know 1 7 is 70, 1 10 is 70, 2 tens is 140, 3 tens is 210. That tells me that 3 would be too high, so I just need 2 tens times 7 to give me 140. Subtract it, I get 12. 12 goes over here. This is kind of easy. I know that 7 can go into 12 one time because 2 times would be 14. So 1 times 7 equals 12 minus, sorry, this puts the minus sign in all these. 12 times minus 7 is 5. That 5 is now smaller than my divisor, so my remainder is 5. And then I add everything here. And these are easy to add because they're already in place value for you. I just go 9, 2, 1. So 921. I think that's what we got in the other ones. I sure hope so. Let me see if I pull it down and stretch it out. 921, the remainder of 5. Good. I'm going to get this out of the way, and I'm going to do it the last way, and that's the, I'm going to say the, when Mr. Winkler's a little kid way. 6,452. 7 can't go into 0. Okay, so 7 times 0 is 0. You subtract, you get 6 again. 4 falls down next to it. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. That's the closest I can get to it. Gives me 1. Okay, 7. And then, well, at this point, what I do is I bring the 5 down. Give me 15. I know 7 can go into 15 2 times. Gives me 14. 1 left over, and that 2 comes down to make it 12. I know 7 can go into 12 one time. I need to shrink this up a little because I need more room. 7 can go into 12 one time, 5 left over. So if you look up top, your answer is already there for you. 921 with a remainder of 5. So just double check. I had the same answer in all the other ones. I really like this color. I kind of like the black screen with the white. I think it really pops out there. So I might have to use this more often. Okay, so those are 4 methods to solve a couple problems. And we're actually out of time because we spent a lot of time on these, but that's good. This is good. This is a good video you can watch over and over and over this lesson or this unit. So I want you to continue working on all the workbook pages in 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. There's a lot of them.